Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first fall edition of Friday Night Frenzy. It was a rainy start to the football season, but the weather didn't stop any of the action. This was the situation to start the game. Negaunee opening the season at home against the Mountaineers, and this game was a tale of two halves, and the first half belonged to Negaunee. Jason Waterman runs it in from 5 yards out for the first points of the game. Negaunee takes a 6-0 lead following a blocked extra point. Neither team could really get anything going in the second quarter until the very end of the half. The Miners would settle for a field goal and go into the locker room with a 9-0 lead. In the second half, a much drier start. Negaunee looking to keep things rolling. Iron Mountain threatening, but Drew Duchesne comes up with the interception. Negaunee would fail to get any points on the board, though, and here come the Mountaineers with 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Marcus Johnson scrambling, and he will connect with Charlie Gerhardt, who's downfield for the 55-yard touchdown catch. The Mountaineers get on the board, and it's a 9-6 ball game following the missed extra point. Iron Mountain started the fourth with good field position, and Johnson took advantage of it. He runs it in from 32 yards out to lift his team to a 12-9 lead, and that would be the final from Negaunee. Iron Mountain starts the season with a 12-9 win over Negaunee. And moving on to the scoreboards now, Gwynn on the road at Bark River Harris, and the Model Towners start their season with a win. They beat the Broncos 36-20. Westwood out in Houghton, and they shut out the Gremlins 42-0. And the Hematites getting 2018 started in Manistee, and they are coming home with a 52-0 win over the Emeralds. Back to the action now, taking it down to Gladstone, where St. Ignace is in town early in the first. The Braves wasting no time to get the scoring started. Jared Crow dishes it to Brody Sandville, and he takes it to the house. Gladstone up 6-0 early on, but the Saints will have an answer. Tucker Shepard launches it downfield to Lane Matson, and he runs it in for the touchdown. St. Ignace takes an 8-6 lead after a successful two-point conversion. Later on, it's Sandville again. He takes the handoff and breaks free for a large gain. He's slicing and dicing the defenders before finally being taken down near the 20-yard line. A nice run there for the senior. Early in the second quarter, it's still the same score, and Crow floats it over the middle right into the hands of Cooper Cavadeus for the score. The Braves take a 12-8 lead, and they led by 10 at the half and build on to the lead in the second half to get their first win of the season with a 26-14 win over St. Ignace. Now going downstate, Escanaba visiting Alpena, and the Wildcats running onto the field from a new tunnel. New season, new Alpena, and to the second quarter we go. Wildcats down 7-6. Jordan Schultz gets the call and does his best Superman impression for the TD. Logan Guthrie would convert the two-point conversion, so it's 14-7 Alpena. The Eskimos would respond, though, just over a minute left to play in the first half. Hunter Larson getting the handoff, and he's going to cruise into the promised land. Eski ties it up at 14. Going into the second half action now, third quarter, Eskimos get the 1-yard QB sneak to go after a controversial catch, and it's Escanaba with the 21-14 lead. Fourth quarter, Logan Guthrie bumbling and stumbling into the end zone. Now for the two-point conversion, and it's Guthrie again. This guy is pretty good. He gives the Wildcats a 22-21 lead. Escanaba would try their best to fight back through the air, but Eli Winter says no to that. A big interception, and that would lead to the fourth quarter. It's winding down, and it's time to put the nail in the coffin. Guthrie again having himself a day. And Guthrie with 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Escanaba falls to Alpena 30-29. Back to the scoreboards, Hancock picked up a road win over Lance 28-27. Kingsford in Wisconsin tonight, and the Flivers lost 14-7. Superior Central won at home over Forest Park 46-24. And Calumet won big on the road at Gogebic. That final was 48-6, and Munising lost to West Iron County 14-0. Bringing the action back upstate to Marquette, the Redmen hosting the Gladiators from Traverse City, St. Francis. Second play of the game, Gladiator quarterback Danny Passanalto finds a hole in the Marquette D-line, and he is as good as gone. Marquette would spend the rest of the game fighting back, and it would be a tough road for the Redmen. Their second drive, and there's a great catch by senior Ethan Martish, and that would put the Redmen within scoring position, but the Gladiators got quarterback Brendan Kasky twice inside the 10, and Marquette would settle for a field goal. Moving into the second quarter, Passanant fools the Redmen and the cameraman as well, and Tom Hedgewald carries that one into the end zone. The Gladiators go up 14-3. The Redmen still trying to fight back into this one. Next possession for Traverse City, though, George Mackey breaking tackles, and he takes it all the way to the house. and so began the momentum for the Gladiators, and they take this one handedly by a score of 42-3.